welcome back to the channel YouTube for a brand new episode of our MLB The Show 22 Philadelphia Phillies franchise mode. We have a long one this time, guys, so grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, and just, hop on and wait for the ride. We're at the end of the season. The Phillies won 122 big ones. Yes, a $1.22 in that win category. You like to see that. It's probably one of the better teams in all of baseball history, honestly. Bench struggled. Pitching rotation, 19 wins from Nola. Ace material, 20 wins from Zach Wheeler, 20 wins from Kershaw, 17 from Mad Bum, 19 from Hans. Oh, geez, 6 from Ranger. JoJo, not so great. Brogdon had an okay season. Alvarado, career season, Mr. 69, not so great. Greinke had a $198. And, Kenley Jansen, 266, 58 saves, 3 rolling saves. What an insane season from Kenley Jansen. That is, all-star caliber closer right there. That is, you send that man out there and it's like, all right, game's over. We're probably not going to win this one. Like, sure, he did blow 3 saves, but it's hard to be perfect every game, especially when you're playing, every other game. He pitched a minimum of, 61 games? And out of a 62-game season, he was used, every other day? 122 wins, so that means, in theory, he was used every other Phillies win. He was used. Not saying, there's any walk-off wins or he blew a save and they just came back and, won something, in extras or whatnot, bottom of the ninth. Happens, it happens. Closers do get wins. I also wasn't paying attention to how many wins and losses he had, so I couldn't even factor in that number correctly because I wasn't paying attention to his wins and losses as a closer. Sorry, that's just not what I was looking at here. But we're here. We're back in the playoffs. Last season the Mets, they unhinged us. They walked it off, a walk-off home run against Connor Brogdon. Dom Smith killed the Phillies season last year. So we're looking for some revenge. Aaron Nola, as 19-3 on the season, 33 starts. 172 hits allowed, 208 strikeouts in 205 innings pitched. 208 to 52. That is a 5-2. That is a 4-2. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4-2 strikeout to walk ratio. 4-1, not 4-2. 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Now here we go. First play, Alec Bohm over to first baseman Rhys Hoskins in time. 4 out. Number 1 as this game is officially underway here. Now Brandon Nimmo, second batter up. Here it's a 1-2 count. Chopper to Mean Gene, the second base machine, firing to first baseman Rhys Hoskins in time. 4 out. Number 2. So 2 up, 2 down now for Nola as he has found himself cruising as Francisco Lindor's up and Lindor goes down swinging on the fastball. So a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola, as he is probably the best chance this Phillies team has at getting a Game 1 victory. Now facing Nola, it's going to be Chris Bassett, the veteran left. He went 14-6 with a 3.45 ERA during this past season. 150 strikeouts, 266 walks, and 187 2/3 innings pitched. So not quite the innings eater Nola was, but taking on Kyle Schwarber, it's going to be a strikeout right there. They're going to say he went around. I think he didn't go around, but yeah, every time you check swing, it's a called strike, regardless of if you actually go around or not. It's absolutely insane. Now Rhys Hoskins in the 2-hole, flies out to deep center field. There's some fans that definitely thought he got a hold of that one. Rhys probably had a first second thought he had got a hold of that one, but no. Now Bryce Harper, MVP man over here, sends that one to right, and that one clears the wall. That's going to be a first inning home run for Bryce Harper. His first of the postseason. You like to see that right there for him as he gets that slow trot around the bases. Harper remembers last season. Harper remembers losing to this Mets team. So he does not want to do that again. So he's going to do his best to prevent this Phillies team from falling to the New York Mets. So 1-0 lead now for Nick Castellanos, and Castellanos connects with that one, sends that one to left center. And that's going to be caught for the final out. Pete Alonso due up. Pete Alonso sends that one to Mickey Moniak, who settles under that. He's going to range back, make the catch in time for out numero uno. So far, 4 up, 4 down for the Mets, as the Phillies have this 1-0 lead right now. Defense will be key this game behind Nola, who seems like sometimes gets the short end of the stick. JT showing off that arm, throws him out first. Now, Jeff McNeil up. Jeff McNeil, the squirrel, gets the hold of that one, sends that one to right, and that one will clear the wall, tying this game up here in the second inning. You hate to see that right there if you're a Phillies fan. Aaron Nola cannot believe it. Aaron Nola's a dominant pitcher, but it always seems like he just lets off that one home run. Every game, it seems like it's just one home run that's just a bone-crushing home run for some reason. Absolutely insane, absolutely brutal every time. And following that home run, Mark Canha strikes out swinging, so Nola rebounds after the home run. JT up, and JT puts it out into the gap. That gets down. One hops off the wall, as Realmuto will have himself a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second inning. You like to see that right there for his offense coming out hot, as Bryson Stott, works the count, draws a walk against Chris Bassett. That's what you need against a pitcher like, this Mets starter. Alec Bohm puts it on the ground to Lindor, over the second baseman, over the first baseman, in time for a double play. So 2 away now, a runner on third base. So a base knock will break the lead as Moniak does that right there. Clutch hitting galore. That's a base hit to right field. A 2-out single. Nice on that 2-out single right there for Gene Segura, who catches that high inside fastball to deep left field and caught at the warning track. Hand on the wall, caught. You hate to see that. As Wilson Contreras goes down looking. It's funny because in real life, the Mets are talking about trading for Wilson Contreras, which, hey, good on them if they get him eventually. Now, next batter up after the strikeout. Harper's going to range back at the wall. He's going to jump. It's going to be off the top of the wall. Moniak plays it. Gets into Segura. Runner will slide in head first to third safely with a 1-out triple. Now, Starling Marte goes down swinging. So 2 away now with that runner at third base. Nola's at 4 strikeouts facing Nimmo, who makes it 5. So the 1-out triple does not come to bite Nola in the backside there, as he gets out of the jam unscathed. Kyle Schwarber looking for his second at bat, looking to do something. Pair of shoes, that's what he is. Goes down looking. Second punch out of the game for Chris Bassett. Both have come on Schwarber. Hoskins chopper. JD throws in time to Pete Alonso. So there you go. That's 2 away now for the Philadelphia Phillies in the bottom of the third inning. Bassett's pitch count a respectable 47 right now, as Harper strikes out to end the inning. So, Philly's not getting that pitch count quite like you'll want to see them usually get to. It's the bread and butter. They just work counts, draw walks, get pitch counts up. Now, a liner over the head of Alec Bohm into that left field corner. Runner's going to have himself a very easy throw off line right there by Mickey Moniak. But backed up by Nola as Lindor sitting on second leadoff double. Next batter up, infield fly. You like to see that for Gene Segura. There you go. Nice easy catch right there. You like that for the first out in the inning. Now with JD up now. 2-2 count. Grounder to Gene. Firing. And that best arm at second base gets him out. You absolutely like to see that right there from Gene Segura. Jeff McNeil up, and McNeil gets under that one, sends that one to left. Schwarber, he rushes over there in time to end this fourth inning. On to the bottom of the fourth now. Nick Castellanos leading it off. Here we go. Castellanos puts it on the ground. into the shift, right to the shortstop. Not beating out the throw right there. You hate to see that. Now, JT Realmuto, the 1-1 count. That's going to be connected with, sent to deep left field. That one's back at the wall, looking up and gone. Extending this lead by yet another solo home run. You like to see that from JT Realmuto. You know, the Phillies are paying him all those dollars just to be the best catcher in baseball, be productive. That's kind of what you need out of him. Just hit some home runs here and there. Do good at the whole baseball hitting thing. Now, Bryson Stott up, and Stott puts down on the ground to the second baseman in time for out number 2. So, 2 out right now. Chris Bassett's pitch count still below the 60 mark. 58 pitches now. This pitch to Alec Boehm, as Boehm takes that ball 3 pitch to medium center field for the final out here. Mark Canha leads off the 5th for the Mets, as he's going to get onto that one. Sends that one to Schwarber in left, and Schwarber will make the catch. So 1 away now here in the 5th inning, as Aaron Nola, outside of letting up that home run, has been cruising during this Mets game. Contreras liner past the glove of Alec Boehm. That ball gets all the way to the corner. Schwarber gets it in quickly. That's going to be a 1-out double. So 1-out double now for the Mets, as they have Brett Baty up. Baty puts it on the ground past the diving Hoskins. Harper's up. Harper's throwing home. And the runner decides to stay at third base. He was dead to rights if he ran on Harper's arm. Starling Marte draws a walk. Bases juice now. Aaron Nola definitely losing some command here in the 5th. But chopper to Segura, and he misplays it. Harper going home on the throw, and the throw's late. Tied ball game. 2-run score off that misplay by Gene Segura. Now, usually a sure-handed defenseman right there, but not this time. Nola, after being fed by his defense, does it himself, makes out number 2. You like to see that right there. No, getting 2 outs now, 2 men on still as Pete Alonso's up, and Alonso gets under that one. Jam shot, chops it up, Segura makes the catch in time. So, inning finally over, but not after blowing a 2-run lead. Mickey Moniak up, and Moniak sends that one to center field. That one's back, and jumping, and over the wall on the bounce. Ground rule double. Gene Segura's ball is on the ground. I mean, Moniak probably could have scored on that one if he's running on contact, but not running on contact, clearly. Now, Kyle Schwarber up. Schwarber puts that on the ground. Chopper into right field. Runner from second. He's going home, and he's dead to rights. Mickey Moniak did not stand a chance scoring all the way from Morgue. But here we go. Left center field, off that left center field wall. And that's going to be a no RBI double. 2 men on, 2 out as Bryce Harper does the Bryce Harper thing. The MVP strikes again. A massive home run right there from Bryce Harper. You like to see that. You really do like to see stuff like that happen here at the ballpark. Now Harper rounding for third. He's on his way home. And we are just cruising along for a good time right now. Now Nick Castellanos high fives around. I mean, hey, he's 0 for 2. Castellanos wants to get in on this party. I mean, that's honestly how you win over Philadelphia. You just kind of get in on the offensive parade. It's the best thing for you. Joey Lucchese's in now. Phillies finally chasing Bassett out after I guess they realized that, hey, he's not crazy after all for stabbing. I don't know. But let's go. We got this. Nick Castellanos. And there you go. That's going to be a base knock. So here we go. It's going to be 1 man on. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. So here we go. Next batter up. JT's up. And JT will fly out to center field. You hate to see that right there. Now J.D. Davis taking on Nola as he chops that one to Stott. Stott double clutches, fires on the first base in time for out number 1. So a big out number 1 right now for the Phillies. Nola approaching 100 pitches here in the 6th inning. So definitely trying to keep that pitch count lower as that ball's hit right to Reese, who fields it. Steps on the bag in time for out number 2. So here we go, 2 away now in the 6th inning. We have Nola on the mound for Mark Canha, and Canha goes down looking. You like to see that right there from the Mets, just giving up no fight whatsoever. Now Bryson Stott take on Lucchesi as Lucchesi puts that one on the ground right to the second baseman in time for the final out, or for the first out here of the bottom of the 6th inning. Now, coming out, Alec Bohm sends that one the opposite way. That gets down in right center. One hops the wall. Bohm ends up at second base standing with a double. Nice double right there with 1 out. Mickey Moniak's up, and Moniak almost takes the head off of the pitcher. But caught in the air, doubles up the runner at second. Now, JT, bit of a loose ball right there on the strike 3. Doesn't matter, they get the pie in time. Now here we go, 7th punch out of the game for Nola as he's been cruising. Brett Batty's up now for a 2-2 count, and there you go. 2-2 goodbye for Brett Batty as he waited all that time just to strike out. Starling Marte's due up the 2-1 count, grounder to Stott. Stott picks it, fires it in time for the final out. You like to see that right there, as, Segura wishes he had more time. No, Gene Segura, here he goes now. He's doing his thing as he sends that one to left field. And can be caught by the shortstop. Not what you expected to happen right there, but 6-3 lead now. Here comes big Kyle Schwarber, 2-2 count, and Schwarber connects. And if you don't call that one a Schwarbomb, I don't know what a Schwarbomb is then. Big fly, goodbye home run. You love to see that right there from Kyle Schwarber. Rounding third base, high-fiving that third base coach right there. And touching home plate, slow and steady with that big stomp. Lefty on lefty crime right there. They brought Lucchesi in saying, yeah, we're going to neutralize Schwarber. And Lucchesi goes, I'm going to neutralize Schwarber. And Schwarber goes, nah. Rhys Hoskins gets neutralized by Lucchesi. Pops up, barely touching that outfield grass, caught by the second baseman. Now we got Bryce Harper, another big power lefty, and he puts it on the ground right into the shift. Alright, we try. We got the Schwarbomb. Now, in comes Joe Romero. In 33 games, he's 2-3 with a blown save. 53 innings pitched, a 4.75 ERA, a 1.58 whip, 45 to 23 strikeouts to walks. Now, 4-run lead, 3-2 count. That's a leadoff walk. Instantly questioning Joe Girardi's decision to put in Romero now. Frankie Lindor up, and Lindor sends that one deep. Schwarber's at the wall. Schwarber leaps and he robs it. He robs the home run. Mickey Moniak celebrates. He puts his arms in the air. Kyle Schwarber robs the home run. And to repay that, JoJo, he walks the next batter. JD up, puts it on the ground. Hoskins, the shortstop, stop back to JoJo in time for the double play. Inning save, crisis averted thanks to Kyle Schwarber. Now in comes Drew Smith, 86 appearances, 4-0, a 4.38 ERA, 1.39 whip, 42-28 strikeout to walk ratio, and 72 innings pitched. Nick Castellanos says, hey, we don't got Schwarber out there to rob that one. That's a big fly. Goodbye. Makes this an 8-3 ball game for your Philadelphia Phillies. Nick Castellanos hits his first home run of the postseason. Let's go Phillies is right with that cheesesteak LL. I mean, it's not a great double L, but I'll accept the cheesesteak for the Phillies because it's the bread. And I guess the meat and cheese is the space. JT puts it on the ground. Diving Lindor can't get there. That's a base knock. So Phillies with an 8-3 lead now. Runner on first base. Bryson Stott up. Perfect. That ball gets down past the center fielder. He falls. He stumbles. What has happened to this Mets team? That's going to be an RBI triple for Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott, you'll love that. Joely Rodriguez comes in to hopefully put out the Flames. This inning has entirely gone by the wayside as the New York Mets are struggling just to get outs. No one out. Finally, Rodriguez picks up a strikeout looking. Mickey Moniak up. Moniak on the ground. That's going to drive in a run, but hey. 10-3 ball game, 2 outs now on the sacrifice ground out. Gene Segura puts that one in play. Center fielder back and over his head. It's over his head. What is this Mets defense? Segura in no man's land. He gets thrown out trying to extend it to a triple. Gets tossed trying to go back to 2. In comes Mr. Wine Dined in 69, Francisco Morales to close out this game. In 82 games, he's 1-2 with 35 holes and 76 innings pitched. Now, he's got a 7-run lead. He's going to walk the leadoff batter. That was a strike, by the way, right? Right in the black. Nope, doesn't count. Canna to Bohm. Bohm to Segura. Segura to Hoskins in time. Double play. You like to see that right there. Phillies get a quick 2 here in the top of the 9th inning. And now here we go. Wilson Contreras up 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good. Morales comes up clutch, does his thing, and the Phillies defeat the New York Metropolitans here in Game 1 of this series. You gotta think, hey, you beat them last time, 1 game. You lost the rest of the games. It's fine. We got it this year. This is our year to beat the Mets. All right? Don't you worry about the Phillies beating the New York Metropolitans. Look at that stat line. 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 8 Ks. Harper 2 for 4, 2 bombs. McNeil was 1 for 3 with a home run. But the Phillies take this game 10-3. Nola with the win. Bassett with the loss. Game 2 will have Zach Wheeler for the Phillies and some bum for the Mets. Probably not going to see that game. But Harper, player of the game, you like to see that. Nola with the win. Bassett with the loss. So, thanks on YouTube, though. Peace out. Rock on. Stay super classy. Have yourselves a great day. Catch you on next.